Hey, everybody. I hope you're all doing okay. Welcome back to Siralim Ultimate, where this episode. Hey, look, I think the bonus has changed over for this week. This week we've got a 25% greater chance to find cards, which means this week I've got to make an extra effort to try and get as many episodes recorded as I can, because I do love to find cards. But more than that, in this specific episode, we have a false god boss fight. Last episode we fought the nether boss Loid. In this episode we will be fighting the false god Loid Prime, who I assume is going to be a much tougher challenge. Loid was a surprisingly straightforward fight, which we took care of. Pretty... I'm not gonna say easily, but in the end we were able to manage it without too much incident. Loid Prime, I have no idea what to expect. As I've mentioned, these false gods, I want to go into them blind for the first time, and then subsequently, once we've seen all of them, then we can start more, kind of metagaming and making builds with the knowledge of what they're going to be like. But anyway, what I'm going to do is, I believe the time has come, before we jump into this potentially very difficult fight, the time has come to finally use one of our nether stones. I've got a whole bunch of them, and I haven't actually socketed any of them into my items. The reason is, well, I was kind of holding on to them. I was like, well, I'll wait until we have a really difficult challenge that our build isn't suited for, and then I'll put them in. But the truth is, we are at the stage of the game where the most difficult challenges are being thrown at us in terms of the regular game. The nether bosses are at their peak levels with all their trait powers unlocked, and the false gods are a entirely different kind of boss fight, which posing different challenges. So like now, if not now, then when? Then when would I put nether stones in? So what we're gonna do is, we're gonna see who among us has empty nether slots out of the 6 artifacts in use. I know which... I'm not gonna use up all 6 of my nether slots just yet. I think that would be a bit excessive. We'll phase them in slowly, that way we get a kind of... we'll feel our power growing slowly over time, and I think it'll be more satisfying that way. But first of all, I need to remember which nether stone it was, because I don't remember what all of the trait names are. Is it? I don't think it's Absorption or Hive Mind. I don't think it's Boastful Protector. Solitary Empowerment? I don't think so. Strength of the World? Could it be Augmentation? And these are all the traits we have. There was one another stone where it would give 3 of us, 3 of our party members rebirth at the start of combat. Okay, is it Augmentation? Is it Augmentation? No. But this actually seems pretty good as well. Your creatures gain a random buff for each buff, debuff, and minion the target had when it died. So we'll hold on to that. We'll remember that Augmentation is pretty good, but it's not the specific one I was looking for. There was one where Okay, first of all, stay on the correct screen. So, Pharaoh's Bane, that's not it. Accelerated strength of the world? Maybe let's get to the bottom of this. Nope. Strength of the world, is that possibly it? At the start, no, that's not it. Although again, that seems like an interesting one. But let's not spend too much time on this, because absorption doesn't seem like it would be the one. Accelerated. Okay, so what does coming down do? Coming down. That's such a vague name. Okay, that's not it either. You know what? I'm just going to go to the online list of traits, and I'll figure out which one it was. I'll go to Siralim Ultimate Traits, and I'll go to the trait list, and I'm just gonna see which ones have rebirth. There are 8. At the start of battle, 3 of your creatures gain. It was solitary empowerment. It was solitary empowerment. It didn't seem like that would be the kind of thing that would do that. But anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to upgrade the sword. The ebony ant is holding on to. No, I'm going to put it on the sword that the I'll put it on the helmet that the Dreadwhite has for now. So we've upgraded it to give it a nether slot, and then we're gonna put a stone in that nether slot. Or do we want to do that? Hang on a second. I'll give it to my ebony ant, but the problem is I think my ebony ant has the wrong kind of artifact. Because he's got a sword and he's very rarely attacking. Let me, hang on, do one thing. I'm gonna remind myself what the spell gems are doing. Siralim Ultimate Artifact spell, the artifact spell slot rather. Okay, so what I want to give my ebony ant is I want to give the ebony ant a staff. Alright, so I'm going to create a new artifact. A staff. And now we've got to upgrade this all the way. Where are you? There you are. Spending a lot of resources, spending a lot of time at the beginning of this episode as well, but it's got to be done. Nether slot as well, and now we've got to socket some stuff into it, into this staff. What am I gonna give you? How about just health and defense? Health and defense, a combination of those. Yeah, we'll go like that. Health and defense. Where was it? It was pale amber, and the third pale amber. Sounds good. For the trick slot, how about less damage from all sources? And we have another trick slot. How about dodge chance? So slippery stone. Or we could do one of these. But these are all based on dealing damage with spells, which we will rarely be doing. So maybe just, yeah. Oh, additional spell slots? Could be good. Additional spell slots could be really good. But you know what, let's just go with the slippery stone for now. And for the trait slot, it's got to be the duelist rapier to give you goad. Yeah, the duelist rapier to give you goad, because you are the one in slot 3. For spells, it's got to be, I believe it has to be Archangel's Blessing. But I'm going to create a new one. I'm not going to use the one we've upgraded. Because when you're putting spell gems into artifact spell slots, it doesn't matter how upgraded they are. They all work the same way. So I'll sock it into the staff. This Archangel's Blessing. And as you can see, it immediately has the same icon as something that was fully upgraded. So that's fine. And into this, we'll give you solitary strength, or the one which had a solitary strength, something like that. Solitary empowerment. So you're getting that, and he's also getting some other bonuses: more health and speed, more attack and intelligence. So overall, most of those stats, other than health and I guess speed a little bit, are good as well. And now, of course, we've got to we've got to unequip your artifact. Yeah, this is completely useless to you. And I am going to equip the one we just made, the staff, on you. And he's getting all of these stats because we unequipped the previous artifact. But importantly, you're getting the new trait. And now your artifact is definitely equipped, right? Yes. Yes. Okay. Now, with that done, let us head into a random realm to try and see what we can do against Loid Prime. If we fail in this random realm... Alright, Damrel is a decent realm to be doing this in, but if we fail in this realm, we will, of course, retreat to the Arachnid Nest. I'm also gonna interact with you. Pile of resources, sure, why not? That is giving us attack. There are 6 roaming enemies and a master. Obviously, our main goal here is to take down Loid Prime. But before we do that, we've got to collect all our buffs, and we've got to try and debuff the enemy. Did not even see those guys. And already we see the Netherstone in action. 3 of our creatures have rebirth. In fact, 4 of us do. And I think that's because our animators will automatically gain any buffs that our other creatures are getting. Right, so you guys don't have dodge chance, but we also don't get additional attacks or casts. Our gems are also sealed after casting, which is a bad situation for us. Okay, so this is gonna be a tough round. We don't have a speed penalty. We do not have a speed penalty. What I'm gonna attempt to do here is, let's try Rabid Dementia. Why did you dodge? Let's try Rabid Dementia again. That landed properly. This should end this combat. I mean, this is just a fight against a random trash mob. It shouldn't be difficult. Okay. Now we have this thing. What are we gonna do? Deals 25% health over time. That I think we can handle. I think we can handle that. It may come back to bite me, but we'll see how we can do with that. Alright. Fused with Imlers, which can make things pretty annoying. Here's what I'm gonna do though. Well, our Rift Dancer is silenced, which is very annoying. Like, why are you silenced? Because you cast something. Okay. Right. Well, let's just maybe Star Pact? That did not as much as I had hoped. All you can do is defend. Okay. That might finish the job. Okay. Combat ended there. I'm not... starts at the top of the timeline. Could be devastating, but we do have Rebirth, so I'm actually gonna do this. This could be a very, very bad thing to do. Very ill-advised move, but you know what? Nothing ventured, nothing gained. We're also gaining some buffs, finally. I should have picked that up earlier, actually. Alright. Okay. Okay. I mean, you're gonna come back. You guys are being very annoying. I've just got to be honest with you. You guys are being really, really annoying. Okay. Now I think what we do is we do this, and with all the health we've gained, we just win. And what do we do with the False God? Sure, we'll make you immune to spell damage, because I don't think we're going to be casting too many spells. Might be shooting myself in the foot there. Okay, how about... just a regular reincarnation. These guys are annoying because they've shuffled the timeline. But I think they came close to dying, but didn't quite do enough damage. Alright, Ebony Ant, finish the job. Archangel's Blessing as well. That's why I went for that artifact composition in the way that I did. Okay, what do we do now? immune to indirect damage. We're not going to be doing that much indirect damage. So I'm actually going to do that as well. What are you? What are you? Okay. So let's do it like... start off with a reincarnation. And now that you've gotten a bit of a buff, yeah, just try and finish the job. There we go. Those guys are also down. What can we do with a false god? At this point, I'm not gonna give you a massive buff for only a small amount of rewards. I'm gonna choose the debuff instead. And I think we should start out like this. They should take another round of damage, and now they're dead. Okay, good. The portal has shown up. Before we go there, though, we've got to get our situation in order. We've gotten a bit more attack. Let's get a bit more loot. And let's... Oh, we need one more missing part before we can interact with that thing and get even more loot. This is our final buff, Rebirth. We all get Rebirth, making our artifact a little bit redundant, but not quite, because our artifact only gave Rebirth to 3 creatures. It's still better to have Rebirth on everyone. Our artifact just means that if we don't get global Rebirth as a buff, then at least we have a bit of a fallback. Alright, now let me, before I do anything, did we find the thing? Where's the missing part? Oh, maybe it's in some of the... There it is. One of the parts of the realm that we hadn't yet been to. Have we made our donation? I don't think we have. You've gotten even stronger. Let me also see a list of blessings. Do you give us any temporary buffs? You don't. You also don't give us a way to debuff enemies. Which is quite unfortunate, but that's okay. What I'm gonna do is, before I fight the false god, we're gonna fight these mini bosses, just because I think we can beat them fairly easily, and we might get something nice in the loot. And you know what, just how about a punch in the... Ooh, these guys are very tanky. But our Centaur Duelist is about to get a turn. Hopefully you can make some good stuff happen. Alright, how about... Rabid Dementia on you? What? What? Prevented by the realm with an 18% chance to resist damage, and good luck. Why are they so tanky? That is actually quite... Well, I mean, they've got a lot of health. Their stats are also swapped, so maybe they're getting extra defense for some annoying reason. So here's what we'll do. We'll just We'll try and burn them down this way. Now I think we've got a way to finish this. There we go. Long fight, but we got through it. And what do we get there? Nothing. What do we get there? Nothing. It's fine. And there's going to be one more of those, which I'm also going to quickly investigate. I'm not going to do the clocks, because those ones, I think they will give you buffs for free if you haven't gotten your maximum amount of buffs yet, but we have gotten our maximum amount, I'm pretty sure. Ashmouth Cerberus, sure. What's your deal? Alright, just do a regular reincarnation. Doesn't matter what kind of reincarnation we do, because our spell gems are going to be sealed upon casting. But just hit the guy who's front center, but you know what, fine, we can kill him this way. And now this should be easy. Alright. What do we have here? Nothing. There, nothing, but at least we've got a bit of loot. And now I'm going to go in for my false god fight. Wish me luck. How are we gonna do? Well, we've buffed this guy pretty strongly. We have some tricks up our sleeve, but how are we gonna do against this beefy boy? Let's jump right into it. Loid Prime says, I've been pushed around by you for far too long with the power of the nether orb of death. I'll have my revenge. Maybe you will. Okay. Interesting. I think we made a huge mistake putting him at the top of the timeline. Because now... well, we got a lucky dodge. Got a lucky dodge, and how are we gonna approach this now? Well, I think what we should do is we should well, I've got to do this. I've got to bring my people back. Okay, I think we're screwed. Because is one of them just doing instant kills? Is that what's going on? Is one of his body parts doing it? That's what it feels like. Okay. Our Dread White nearly got a chance to go. Okay, so let's see what the situation is. Health and resurrects Loid's body parts. Random debuff. 30% of this hand. Okay, I think this is what's going on here. 30% of his highest stat, which is 157 million health. So basically, instant death when the hands go. After it takes damage. Okay. After it takes damage. Alright. So what do we do with our animators? How about Archangel's Blessing? How about, you know, Defile? Okay, I'm gonna have to see why we took all of that damage and died. So... Body of Loid. What the hell is the body of Loid doing? Deals damage to enemies based on the number of debuffs that they have? Okay, that seems pretty bad. That seems bad. Yeah, we're gonna lose. We're 100% gonna lose. This is not a good nether boss fight for this build. And we're being prevented from casting our spells as well, which... Yep. Yeah, that was that was never gonna work out. So let's try this again on on 350. We're probably gonna have to take this down to realm instability 0 to beat this boss, if I'm being perfectly honest. Because his traits are a little bit too annoying for this build to fight. But nevertheless, we're gonna try Arachnid Nest. And we'll see what we can do. We do have some other stuff in this realm. We've got an exotic realm. We've got eight enemies. That's a bit... Oh, fuck off. What are we dealing with? End of turn provoke. Mending. Less damage taken. Gems sealed after casting. Okay. That's kind of dumb. What are you fused with? Cerberus. Okay. Well, I thought it was casting Rabbit Dementia, but I clearly had the wrong... My muscle memory got a bit mixed up there. What I wanted to do was this. But instead, let's do Reincarnation. And let's cast it on the actual correct target. Alright, how long has this episode been? It's already been pretty long. Well, already half an hour in. Okay, another 10% health. Is that going to help us at all? Probably not. Do we have... There's reflect damage. We're not going to be able to do anything about that. Excuse me? Okay, these guys are being pretty annoying. Gotta be honest. Yeah, if you could just stop, maybe, you know? Yeah, that turn lasted forever. Anyway, just go away, please. Okay, okay. Okay, just do this, and now you're dead. We've got 7 more of these. That's a bad idea. Giving you more health is a bad idea, as we've learned. Let's just debuff you, and let's get another exotic creature. Lunatio, who has just died instantly. So what can we take in terms of buffing Loid? Not much. I think we've just got to accept the fact that this is a bad matchup with our build. And we may... I hope it doesn't come to this. We may even end up having to cancel the bounty. Because it feels like maybe we might not even be able to beat this boss with the 0 realm instability. But we'll see. If we can cast our spells and if we are allowed to scale properly. False God loses less stats or gains 3 buffs. We can steal any buffs that he's gotten. On the other hand, losing less stats, we don't have stat loss as a thing in our build, so I'll take that. Okay. Carry on. A random debuff at the start of your turn is annoying to be sure, but it's okay. Alright, what can we do? Always critical damage. You know what? We'll just do that. Maybe we should have taken always critical damage, because I don't know if it would have applied to the damage that, you know, like the exploding pimples. I know that sounds disgusting, but that is how he's damaging us. I don't know if critical damage would apply to those. Oh, yeah. Kill. Oh, you came. Well, you did kill a couple of them, so that's good. Archangel's Blessing is carrying the day for us. Top of the timeline, we're not taking. Definitely not taking mending, more defense. Yeah, let's just do this. This might just be one of those bosses that, because of how nether boss fights work, or boss fights in general, where bosses have absurd amounts of hit points, and they've been given something that does damage based on X amount of their highest stat. And if their highest stat is in the hundreds of millions, then you know what, yeah, we'll give you this. Why not? You're sleeping, that might help us. You're blighted, that might actually be bad, because then we're gonna be taking damage every turn from your garbage. Oh, I just realized we didn't fight the master in Damarel before we fought the false god and then died. Oh, you absolute dick. I mean, you're still gonna die, but what the? Like, what is this nonsense? Yeah, you're dead anyway, so just please go away. I don't want to deal with the mimic. I will quickly just beat this cockatrice. This cockatrice master. How will we do it? Well, we'll start out with a reincarnation and then Rabbit Dementia on the second turn. Seems like the way to do it, so yeah, let's just Rabbit Dementia on ourselves. And a good, solid hit. Reflect damage, less damage taken. End of turn provoke could also mess us up badly against Loid. Wait, I thought this was the Cockatrice Master. Why are there 3 griffins in the front? That's a little peculiar. We'll even fight this mimic. Start out, you're invisible, which is annoying, but how about we just completely ignore that with the Rabbit Dementia? I think you're dead. You are dead. We are invisible as well. We've nearly gotten another favor rank with Regalis. Okay, guys, come on. Just... I hate when enemies cast really slow spells and they are casting multiple times in a turn. It just really irritates me. It slows things down so much. Look, casting this 7 times, even though casting it multiple times doesn't even do anything. And they were all dead anyway. They were all dead anyway. Sure, I'll even kill you. Oh my god. Oh my god. Whatever. Just give me back all that stuff you stole. Oh, we have maximum buffs. That's a load of nonsense. A load of utter nonsense. Okay. Pandemonium Shrine spawn chance, that's good. Okay, these guys are gonna attack us as well. Let's just try and end this early. Oh my god. Please just accept your death with grace and dignity, don't prolong things. And this should be the last wandering creature. Oh my god. Just please stop. Okay. Okay, let's end this combat. Like, why are you're dead. Why are you casting stuff? You're dead. Like, that one came back. But the one that was casting was definitely dead the whole time. Oh my god, please just stop. Please just stop. Okay, thank you. Now, the portal for the false god has appeared, and we can go and interact with it, which I will gladly do. But let me see, is there anything else in the realm that we should look at before we do that? Let's just see, maybe there are some chests we can loot. Yeah, I feel like this... I know, like, I'm preemptively complaining. We haven't even fought him for the second time yet, but I feel like the balancing on this fight is a little bit suspect. If he's gonna have that amount of health and do that much damage that consistently, you'd have to stack serious damage reduction in order to do damage, and that's more of a like a super endgame strategy, stacking damage reduction. I didn't want to do that just yet, so you know what? Let's just try our best. I do want to see what's in the northeast corner, though. And this space as well. Another chest. Yeah, it's not that far away. Okay, come on, let's do it. Let's do it. It's gonna be rough, but let's just see what happens. Yeah. Okay, good job. How much health do you have? A more reasonable amount. 30% of your highest stat is still pretty bad, but we still need to start out doing this. So there, it's going to be doing 6 million damage a turn. And you also have to do this. You have to do it. Now the shoulder has gone. You are blind, which is actually pretty bad. Which is really, really bad. So with that in mind... Because you're blind... Gem sealed after casting, right? Yeah. So we'll have to save your rabid dementia for the end. Because you're blind... Contagion isn't gonna do anything. Neither is magic suppression. How about we just silence? Oh, you idiot! You killed off my... Okay. You miss. Oh, that is so bad. How do you miscast arbitration? How does that even work? Like logically. Logically, how does that work? How does that? This is just absolute agony. Just cast Antidote. You also have to cast Antidote because I cannot afford the Centaur Duelist ruining things like that again. And now you, the Rift Dancer, have to do something interesting. String Radiance? Well, they're already silenced. We could scorn them. I think you just have to use Antidote again. Yeah, see, this is what I was worried about. This nonsense. Like the instant kills, because how are you gonna have that much health? Okay, this time, Dreadwhite. What are you gonna do? How about... You can cast Reincarnation on yourself. It will totally work. But someone else can also cast Reincarnation on you. So how about... see, the maximum buffs is also really hurting us badly, because it's not going to be easy to get Rebirth back. So just... maybe try to do this? Okay, Mage, that didn't work the way I wanted it to, but we can do this. Now we have to cast Archangel's Blessing. somehow we're hanging in there. I don't really know how or why, but let's see if maybe we can make something happen with a double reincarnation. Oh no. See, these instant kills are really bad for us. But despite that, we kind of see, I need to get rid of my blight. I need to cast antidote. That was really annoying. I feel like we could have won this if we had gotten a better collection of realm modifiers. I feel like we could have done that. So once again, let's try and get 320 is fine. Damage every turn we can handle. We're not really doing extra traits. Less attack damage is actually kind of bad though. More spell slots, resistant to debuffs, end of turn attack. So far so good. Hopefully there isn't any garbage with the hidden realm properties. Heal every turn, 70% health, extra speed. We might just be screwed. We might just be screwed. 7 enemies as well. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. Because we've seen this before, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to skip to right when we're about to fight the boss. I will resume the video if something interesting happens between now and the boss fight, right? I think that's the most efficient way to do this, so that we can hopefully get the thing done, but also without having an overly long video, right? So I will see you shortly. Alright, starting the recording again because we found something interesting. An exotic realm. I'll just show you what this creature is. This is a Grove Walker. Interesting looking thing. Still in the same realm, still with this collection of realm properties, you know, with the extra speed, which is not the greatest. However, I think we should be fine to kill this guy at least. I feel like we're gonna lose against the boss because with extra speed, it's not gonna be fun. Regardless, we found another creature, another exotic creature, so that's good. And with that in mind, I'm gonna put this back on pause, and I'll be back when we're at the boss fight, or when something else interesting happens, right? See you in a bit. Starting the recording again, because we've found a dumpling, which is good. Hopefully I can just punch you to death without problem. There we go, a few more levels. Maybe those are gonna help us out against the boss, maybe not. Anyway, we'll see how it goes. But yes, going back on pause now. Alright, back off pause. We're almost at the false god. As you can see, the portal is right there. But before that, we've got a couple of other things. We've got this Pandemonium Shrine, which has given us a few emblems. That's actually pretty good. I like emblems. The Lich Overseer is surely death. So we answered a riddle as well. So got that going for us. Is there anything else we should look at? We should see what's at the end of this corridor here. And I think we just go into the boss fight now. Before we do, I'll show you what we're working with. These are the debuffs on our enemies: snared, bleeding, poisoned, blighted, sleeping. The buffs on us are invisible, barrier, agile, mending, leeching. We also have some health and defense. And enemies have been damaged. Is this gonna be enough? Well, I should also show you what I've done with the boss. It's not showing the boss boosts, unfortunately. Hang on. Where are they? Is it somewhere else? Map? I thought it was on the map. Anyway, I gave the boss a bunch of buffs, and including putting him at the top of the timeline, which is bad, but which isn't really that much of an issue because he had extra speed anyway. He's blighted, and they're gonna be healing every turn, which could be bad for us because his arms do damage to us when they take damage, and I don't know, this might mean that it's just impossible for us to get going because he's gonna be taking damage right from the start. Yeah, so some unusual things are already happening. Our people are in a bit of a very, very precarious situation. You're blighted again, which is really annoying. Really, truly annoying. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cast... I have to cast Antidote. I have to do it. I have to cast Antidote a second time, even. Well, I mean, let's do it this way. Let's cast... You know what, I have to cast Antidote. Because it's important to get rid of that blight. With you, you actually have Rebirth, which is good. So with you... I'm gonna cast Archangel's Blessing. Okay. Yeah, that is not a good, not a good... Okay, that's not good for us. Because I think we're about to take some awful damage. We avoided it. Amazingly. But things are about to get really bad for us. So how do we deal? Rabid Dementia on... no, that doesn't seem intelligent. Reincarnation on yourself? Sure, let's try that. Because it'll bring everyone else back. Wait. Why did we take damage there is what I'm curious about. You're blind and blighted. So, hang on. Why did we take damage? Why were we... Body of Loid. But we didn't do damage to the body of Loid. Yeah, we didn't do damage. So that's peculiar. And why were we blighted? A random debuff. A random debuff. A random debuff. A random debuff. It just happened to be the exact debuffs that'll prevent us from doing anything. So how about we attack the shoulder? Wait, why did we die again? Why did we die? Oh, because we were blighted and all of our healing was turned against us. So that's a bunch of garbage. I'm actually gonna go in again. I think we can beat this guy. Less healing actually works because we, you know, healing is often turned against us due to blight. So I'm gonna try again in the Arachnid Nest. Once again, ooh, I have a nether portal to the left, which I can see. But once again, I'm going to be putting things on pause while we clear out this realm and make our way to the boss fight. Alright, see you in a bit. Actually, no, before I do that, Let me show you what we're dealing with the rest of the realm properties. This actually seems fine. Maximum buffs is pretty bad, but the rest of it seems fine. Alright, so alright, I'll see you in a bit. Alright, resuming the recording, because I've killed all the enemies. The only thing left to do is the false god, which we're probably gonna lose to, but before that, let's see what's inside this nether realm. We get some riddle dwarves. So Cutthroat Jungle is Tauren. Nature's Blessing is surely nature, but let's confirm that. Yes. I hate that there's a pot in the way in this instance of the tavern, and you can't walk straight to the left. Really annoying. Shallan is the Feylands, and Sparktail, I actually have no idea. Nature, maybe? Sorcery, actually. Sorcery. So 4 more riddles correctly answered, and some loot as well. Nothing special, but you know what? At least it was free. Alright, now let's die once again. Well, I'll show you. These are the buffs I have on us. These are... I can't show you the buffs on the false god. For that, I would have to have found an obelisk, and that's the only screen on which I think I can show you the rest of the buffs. Anyway, how are we gonna do this? 3 or 4 people are confused. Confusion doesn't matter on a couple of them, but I will start out with the antidote anyway, because some of those debuffs are pretty annoying, and we need to get rid of them quickly as we can. Okay, we need to start off by doing this. Oh no. Fear. I thought we'd gotten rid of the fear, but we hadn't. So this is actually really bad. So our party members aren't even gaining stats. That's actually a pretty bad misplay. Pretty bad misplay. Our duelist has also gotten himself killed. We're gonna have to do it like this. It's really annoying. We're gonna have to do antidote. And now... well, you can still do this. The arm and the head are gonna go before our Rift Dancer gets a chance to go. Her health is very low. Will we get a nice Archangel's Blessing? Oh, we don't, but you are able to survive. So now do this. And now we're gonna need the... I was gonna say we're gonna need the Vivifier to do something. But, yep, you're all dead. Because this nonsense is happening again. And we need our Animatus to bring the Dreadwhite back. Had he been resurrected too many times? Is that what happened? Yeah, we wasted the resurrections in that first turn when he was feared. That was really annoying. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take one more attempt at realm instability, and if that doesn't work, I'm gonna turn realm instability down to 0 and then fight. Anyway, I'll see you when that happens. Alright, resuming the recording. I've killed all the enemies. I've given the false god nothing but debuffs, except for making him immune to indirect damage. And now all we have to do is collect the rest of our buffs and get the portal. Before I do that, might as well just smash and grab everything we can. All this loot is nice. One thing I will mention, a couple things happened. Well, while the recording was paused, I found a low-level nether stone, and there was a riddle dwarf as well. But it didn't strike me as significant enough to, you know, put a, to bring the video back for that. Because, you know, we've seen enough riddle dwarves at this time, at this point, and we've also seen enough low-level nether stones. However, there is also a dumpling somewhere here, a dumpling that spawned when I interacted with one of those cocoons. As I mentioned before, this location is a great place to farm for dumplings. And yeah, that's nice. Another dumpling dead, another bit of well, spoke prematurely because one of the realm properties is enemies will resurrect on death, including dumplings. And now we're about to fight our false god, and no doubt we're gonna die horribly. Where is this portal? Has the portal not spawned? Is this realm bugged? It said a portal spawned nearby, but where the hell... Wait, where the hell is nearby? Because we were up there when we triggered that, and then there's nowhere else to go. It seems like this realm is bugged, and there are parts of the map that we cannot get to. I mean, that's weird though. Where is it not on the mini-map? Is it up? No, it's... Well, that is pretty gosh darn bizarre that seemingly no portal has spawned, or it's spawned in an inaccessible location. I don't think there are any teleporters in this realm either. Some realms have teleporters which maybe could help you get... That is... And here's the thing. We can't even leave this realm until we complete the realm quest. So the only way to even go back to Siralim, which we have to do, is we've got to summon divination candle enemies and then forfeit to them. I'm just gonna... I cannot summon that. I'll just summon, I don't know, Uralos Knights. We're not even gonna fight them, we're just gonna forfeit. And because that's really annoying, I'm done with this. I'm now going to turn instability down to 0. And now we're gonna go back and we're gonna fight Loid Prime with 0 instability. Which is unfortunate having to do this, but you know, this just is not a good matchup for our build. So we're just gonna take our lumps, and I'll even debuff the false god unless we find a way to buff him that doesn't affect our build, like for instance, less stat loss. Cocoons are attacking, sure. Okay, oh, these enemies are annoying me as well. But you know what? We're just gonna have to deal with it. All right. What do we do? Immune to interact damage. I'll give him that. Sure, why not? Immune to attack damage? I don't think so. 20% chance to avoid damage. Sure, I'll give you that. And yep, what's your deal? Okay, let's just get through these enemies as quickly as we can. Why did you come back? Anyway, I don't care. Always critical? I don't think so. How about just you deal less damage? There's one more enemy that we're gonna have to kill before we get a chance to summon our false god, and hopefully this works. Because if not, if this really is impossible for our build, then I'm gonna have to cancel this bounty. And that would be very unfortunate. Well, at least the portal has appeared in a visible location and the game isn't bugged. At least not now. Alright, I'm just looking around, seeing what else we can find before we get into this fight. Is there any place we should look? Oh, there are gigantic sections of the map which we should at least poke our heads into, because they might have rare encounters in them, or you know, little ways to boost favor with regardless. I don't like mimics, they're annoying. Like, why are you so tanky? This is 0 realm instability. This is 0 realm instability. So why are you being so... Or, no, well, at least you're dead now, so... That's fine. Alright, let's just be quick about this. Oh, yeah, we found our final debuff there. Okay. What do we find here? The answer is nothing too exciting. Emblem is nice, I guess. These guys are not what I wanted to see. Although, because we don't have any item bonus, doesn't really matter if we got the loot event from that, because we wouldn't have gotten anything for it anyway. So, ooh, another couple emblems. Alright, now let's go fight our false god. And let's hope we can kill him under 0 realm instability conditions. Because if we can't, then it's gonna be a bad time. Right. You're going first. The Rift Dancer, which is good. So do that. And then one of the arms of Loid is gonna go. The head grants current health and resurrects body parts. I definitely do not want that to be a thing. Alright, the Unicorn Vivifier. I think you're gonna wait. You're gonna cast... Yeah, you're gonna hold on to your spells for now. You're just gonna maybe germinate this shoulder. So it's moved to the bottom of the timeline because I would rather not be dealing with random debuffs. I need my animators to get another turn. Ebony Ant, you, my friend, need to... You could also germinate. He doesn't have any buffs, so arbitration isn't going to be important. I tell you what, now might be a good time to use the macro, but let's hold on to it. Let's instead cast Archangel's Blessing. Shelled. So that's good. Now, Rift Dancer, you should hold on to your spells. Well, actually, no. You should now use the macro. Double cast. We gain some more health on the animators. The arm and body are gonna go... What the... That's annoying. Like, why did we take that much damage, is what I want to understand. Like, what was it that did all that damage to all our people? Body of Loid, but we didn't damage the... And we don't have any debuffs either, so, like, I guess I just fundamentally don't understand how this boss fight is meant to be working. And now we should be able to kill the head. Well, the head is dead. Okay, now the Vivifier needs to bring the animators back. Rift Dancer, please cast Archangel's Blessing. Rebirth as well is back. You have used up your Archangel's Blessing charge. So how about we cast instead Germinate on that shoulder. Send you down. Okay, so far so good. It's kind of working, I guess. It's kind of working. Arbitration as well took away the one buff. Like, it seems to me that this boss's gimmick essentially amounts to an instant kill. If you're doing 30% of the 35 million health that you have, it's not reasonable to expect people to be able to survive that in any conventional way. But at least we took the body down. So now can we major resurrect and bring my animators back? Yes, we can. Now our vivifier can well, let's just do another Archangel. Dreadwhite, please, how about... how about you provoke? Should we provoke? How about you cast Rabid Dementia and just, well, I think we might be about to win. Okay, we won, but we had to take the realm instability all the way down, and even then we only barely scraped by. Because, as I've mentioned, this really is not a good fight to be fighting with our build. Nevertheless, we beat Loid for the first time. You get the achievement regardless of what difficulty you beat them on. One thing I want to look at is under the God achievements, right? Are the achievements for beating false gods. Or are they somewhere else? False god. I think they're under false. Okay. Where are they battle achievements? Hang on. Okay, the false god achievements. We need to beat each of the false god, all of the false gods 10 times. But I think when it comes down to grinding out these achievements, we'll be able to just, when we're fighting ones that are bad for our build, we'll be able to just turn the instability down. Alright, let's gather our very disappointing amount of loot, but let's also see what anointments we find. These are going to be like necromancer type achievements. This is interesting, but I don't like that. This could be interesting. This seems... Okay, none of these really are doing very much for our build, but I think... I don't know, let's just do Unholy Knight. Because we are debuffing enemies occasionally. And we get a free spell. It's fine, and not even enough reputation to gain 1 rank with the Death Guild. 950, painfully close. Very close, but not quite. We're just gonna leave now. Yeah. It sucks having to turn the well... It sucks having to turn the instability down, but... You know what, at least we've learned something about this fight. We've learned that it is not a good fight to be doing with our build. And so when it comes to farming false gods later on, this guy is going to be towards the bottom of the list. Anyway, what else are we going to do? We're just going to end things, basically. We're just going to go here. We're gonna leave. Gonna go back to Siralim. Have we donated? Yes, we have. We're just gonna leave. We're just gonna go back to Siralim. And we're gonna call it a day. Just make sure. What? Goblet of Trials is still filling up, and we do need to set a new bounty. And for now, I think I'm going to have my bounties be with the guild that has the best passive bonuses. And I'm thinking attack damage, critical chance, crit damage. Something defensive would be nice. So I think we're gonna go again with the Nature Guild, because I do like less indirect damage. Indirect damage is often very bad for us. So we'll set a bounty with you, because like we've done one bounty for each of the guilds. It's just that for a couple of them we didn't even get enough to level up. So we'll set a bounty with you. And yeah, we've killed 5 false gods, 5 more to go. We're now gonna fight the Lost Construct. And we'll read this description. The Lost Construct is a failed prototype created by Zonte. It was discarded as a disappointment by the God of Wisdom and was thought to be lost forever in the annals of history. Only by luck did it come into contact with the Nether Orb of Sorcery, enabling it to ascend to a higher power and seek out revenge on those who disbelieved in its power. Let's go with you. Find you at realm depth 457. Let's see how many realms we've got to go before our next fight. We've got to do 3. Well, we've got to do 2, 3, and 4 before we get a chance to fight our next Nether boss. So that's how that's going to shape up. But anyway, that is going to be all for this episode. Hope you enjoyed it. It was an interesting boss fight, but one that at least I found very confusing. I wasn't sure why, like what the triggers were for taking damage. It did seem on some instances we were taking damage like party wipe, kill every single one of your creatures kind of damage, more often than what the description of the boss seemed to imply. So again, either I'm reading it wrong or the description is a bit confusing, but anyway, that's something that we were able to manage in the end. We killed the boss by turning realm instability down. And, yeah, well, if nothing else, we learned a bit about the game. And we did find some nice dumpling encounters along the way. So that was also fun. But yes, it's going to be all for this episode. Hope you had a good time, and hope you'll stick around for the next episode as well. And until then, take care.